This is an audio description of an abstract artwork called Disco Box 2, made by the artist Fred Stiven in 1973. In front of us is something very different from a traditional artwork. It's a wooden, glass-fronted box, about 1.5 by 2 feet, mounted on the wall in the same way as a painting, but inside the box there's an arrangement of curious wooden objects and painted shapes fixed to the back of the wooden box. The colours are muted with soft blues and greys, punctuated with a few small areas of a terracotta colour. Most of the objects are grouped inside a grey circle in the centre of the composition, which takes up the majority of the space. A few other objects are scattered around the edges outside the circle, which has a lighter white and grey background, but down the left-hand side is an area of deeper blue paint in a wave-like form, as if we're on a beach about to witness a collection of flotsam and jetsam getting covered by the tide. On the top right corner, a small triangle of the same blue provides balance to the composition. Focusing on the various wooden shapes that lie within, and in some cases protrude out from, the perimeter of the circle, we can tell that some are painted, some are not. 4 of the shapes are long and thin, some with blunt ends, some pointed, like tools of some kind, maybe for modelling. 2 short, round, hollow shapes stick out at angles, like broken pieces of pipe. And there are also some flatter pieces with different paint marks on them. Do these represent broken parts of a machine, perhaps, or an artist's palette with paints and tools? Perhaps we can assemble works of art in the same way as machines. The creator of this intriguing artwork, Fred Stiven, who lived from 1929 to 1997, was both an artist and a designer, and was fascinated by the interplay of art and science. He taught experimental design practice at Gray's School of Art in Aberdeen, and a few years before creating this work, he staged an exhibition called Integration, working in collaboration with a chemist at Aberdeen University. They introduced the exhibition with this text: "The eye rarely encounters any natural object or phenomenon which is visually displeasing. Each line of the grains in a wooden plank seems inevitable and in perfect harmony with every other line. The variety of arrangements of strata on a cliff face is endless, and yet each layer seems to belong to its neighbours. The arrangement of a bird's feather and the interrelation of forms in a cloud bank reveal similar tendencies. Even when the scientist's tools are used to examine the natural world beyond the realms of ordinary sight, the same underlying harmony is revealed." Well, this fascination with finding patterns in the world around us connects closely to the pioneering work of biologist Darcy Thompson here in Dundee, and we can see the same visual harmony in artworks like this. The contents of the box may at first seem random and chaotic, but they are carefully arranged to create a pleasing sense of balance. This is a form of art known as a box construction. It's both a painting and a sculpture, both abstract and representational. It could be a 3-dimensional still life or an aerial landscape. The title, Disco Box 2, has connotations of dance music, which has its own balance of chaos and rhythm. The number 2 tells us that this is one of a series of disco boxes made by the artist, adding to the sense of repeated patterns. In its quiet way, the artwork encourages us to take in each element fully. The glass front to the box prevents us from touching its contents, but we can imagine feeling the various parts, the different grains of the wood, the rounded edges and the sharp points. It invites us to focus on shape, texture and arrangement, while also imagining the various things they might represent.